So today we're going to keep talking about polynomials, but now we're going to look at how to multiply and divide them. So to multiply a monomial by a monomial, which means one term by one term, and remember that when we multiply, we add our exponents. So we multiply our coefficients, 4 times 3, which gives me 12, and we add our exponents. So this exponent is really 1. 1 plus 2 gives me 3. So then this times this gives me this. So now we're going to multiply a monomial times a binomial. And remember, when we multiply, we add our exponents. So here it's just like distributing. So 2x squared times 1x, so 2 times 1 gives me 2. x2, or x squared, and one more x gives me x cubed, or x to the third. 2 times negative 4 gives me negative 8. X squared, there's no x's to combine with, so I just copy that. So then we're going to multiply a monomial times a trinomial. So same thing, it's just like distributing. 4 times 3 gives me 12. There's no x's to combine, so just x squared. 4 times 6 gives me 24. Again, no x's to combine, so I just copy this. 4 times negative 7 is negative 28. And we do have to add our exponents when we multiply, but there was no adding involved here. But just remember, when we multiply, we add our exponents. So now we're going to look at when we multiply a binomial times a binomial. So 2 terms times 2 terms. There's 2 different ways to do this. The first is called FOIL. This only works when it's a binomial times a binomial. So FOIL stands for first, outer, inner, last. First means the first 2 terms. So 2x times 3x. 2 times 3 gives me 6. X and x gives me x2, or x squared. Outer means the 2 outer terms. So 2x times negative 2, which gives me negative 4x. Inner means the 2 ones that are inside, so 4 times 3x, which gives me 12x. And then last means the last 2 terms, so 4 times negative 2, which gives me negative 8. So then you look to see if you have any like terms, just like we did when we were adding and subtracting. I have like terms right here that I can combine. So 6x squared, I can combine these. Negative 4x plus 12x gives me 8x, and then negative 8. The other way to do this is the box method, and this works no matter what you're multiplying. So this might be better, but if you like this, that's okay. So it says first step is to put the binomial on top and the side. It doesn't matter which one goes where. And notice I kept that minus with the 2. That's going to become important. So step number 2 says multiply rows and columns. So 2x times 3x gives me 6x squared. 4 times 3x gives me 12x. 2x times negative 2 gives me negative 4x. 4 times negative 2 gives me negative 8. And then step 3 says combine like terms. So we combine on the diagonal. So then I have 6x squared. 12x minus 4x gives me 8x, and then negative 8. So see how I got the same answer as above? So you can do it this way or this way. Just remember that this way only works if it's a binomial times a binomial. So now our last thing that we need to talk about is dividing. So step 1 is to multiply your answer choices by the divisor, which is the denominator. This only works when it's multiple choice. So if I multiply this times this, x times x gives me x squared. And then x times 5 gives me 5x. 5 times x gives me 5x. 5 times 5 gives me 25. And then this simplifies to x squared plus 10x plus 25. This does not match this, so that is not my answer choice. So now I'm going to do the same thing down here. X times x gives me x squared. X times 5 gives me 5x. Negative 3 times x gives me negative 3x. Negative 3 times 5 gives me negative 15. Combine like terms, I get x squared plus 2x minus 15, which is close, but not the same. So then let's try C. X times x gives me x squared. X times 5 gives me 5x. 3 times x gives me 3x, and 3 times 5 gives me 15. Combine like terms, you get x squared plus 8x plus 15, which does match this, so C is my answer. The other way to do this is called the butterfly method, but this only works when it's a trinomial divided by a binomial. So we can circle our first two terms, our last two terms, the middle disappears. It doesn't matter anymore because that doesn't affect what goes inside. X squared divided by x. Remember, when we divide, we subtract our exponents. So 2 minus 1 gives me 1. 15 divided by 5 gives me 3. So then I get x plus 3. And notice that's the same answer that I got up here. So you can do it this way if it's multiple choice, or this way if it is a trinomial by a binomial.